We live in a world of reflections, glass, screens, opinions, always showing us how we should appear. But what if one mirror showed you something real? Not your face, but your soul. This is the story of a mirror that refused to lie. There was once a mirror. Old, dusty, cracked at the edges, but different. It didn't reflect what you look like. It reflected what you carry inside, your truth, your wounds, your quiet anger, the ache you hide behind polite nods and tired smiles. And that made people terrified of it. They called it broken, ugly, useless. Because it didn't flatter, didn't beautify, didn't pretend. It showed exactly what lived behind your eyes. One day a person found it. Not someone particularly wise, just someone tired. Tired of pretending to be okay. Tired of playing roles in conversations that felt like rehearsals. Tired of chasing versions of themselves they never really liked. So when they saw this strange mirror, they didn't look away. They stood in front of it and watched. At first, they saw fog. Then, fragments. Shame in one corner, grief in another, a flicker of longing, buried so deep it looked like dust. They didn't scream, they didn't run. They didn't deny. They simply whispered. So, it's really there. The mirror didn't respond. It never did. But it also never lied. Day after day, they returned, not to admire a reflection, but to face the truth that no one else had the courage to name. They began to see the guilt that had calcified into silence, the fear wearing confidence like a borrowed suit, the joy, yes, the joy too, caged but not dead. They didn't try to fix it. Not right away. Because healing isn't an instant glow-up montage. It's not a sunrise. It's a slow unfreezing. A chair pulled closer to the pain. A breath taken in the middle of a breakdown. A decision to stay when every instinct says run. Eventually, something shifted. Not in the mirror, but in them. They stopped trying to be impressive, stopped hunting applause from people who never clapped for their real self. They no longer needed to fit the frame, because they finally recognized the face that lived behind all that noise. Not a face of perfection, not flawless, not polished, but honest, raw, present, alive. The mirror didn't become clearer, but the person did. Because some mirrors don't show your face, they show your soul. And sometimes, that's the only reflection that matters. So if you ever find a mirror that refuses to flatter you, don't throw it away, sit with it, stare into it. Ask it the questions you're too afraid to voice. And maybe, just maybe, it will help you remember who you were before the world told you. The hardest truth is the one that stares back when you finally stop performing. If you ever meet a mirror that shows your pain, don't fear it. Sit with it. Because only in that honest reflection can healing begin. And maybe, just maybe, you'll recognize who you were before the masks.